What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about the Star Wars prequels. Why are we talking about Star Wars prequels? Because the prequels are amazing, and I am sick and tired of the narrative that a lot of people want to act like that the prequels are just the most hated things that's ever happened in movie history, and how they're so offensive, and how they just look down on any random person. This guy actually said he likes the prequels. Yeah, you know why? Because the prequels are awesome. The prequel era is awesome, and there are a lot of people that love the prequels, and you need to deal with it. You don't have to like it. You can continue to be in your little hipster crowd where you guys meet up every week and make prequel jokes and talk about how bad Jar Jar is. That's fine. But you need to understand that you are now, retroactively, now you are on the unpopular side of the debate, and that is beautiful because the sequels have now made so many people start retroactively appreciating the prequels. Now, I've been appreciating the prequels for a long time. I don't think that the Phantom Menace, or Attack of the Clones are great films, but I do think that they are good in their own way, and from a story standpoint, they are really good. Revenge of the Sith is an all-timer. Revenge of the Sith is a great Star Wars movie. Revenge of the Sith is my second favorite Star Wars movie. And I heard someone the other day, not going to name names because I like this person, but they were talking about their top 5 favorite Star Wars movies. And this person knows far more about Star Wars than I'll ever know, just so we have full disclosure. But they were talking about their top 5 Star Wars movies, and they were talking about someone they know has Revenge of the Sith at number 2. And how they just, I can't believe that. How can you have Revenge of the Sith at number 2? I would never have that movie in my top 5. I would never. Like, just so dismissive of it. And I'm like, hold up. Okay, we need to start putting some respect on Revenge of the Sith name right there. We need to put some respect on it. Because I am tired of this narrative that Revenge of the Sith is not a great Star Wars movie, because it goddamn is. And prequel fans, we need to start speaking up. We need to start pushing back against this narrative. This narrative that and I'm not going to name the names of the prequel haters because I'm not trying to get into, all this mumbo jumbo with them. But you know who the prequel haters are. You know who the vocal prequel haters are. And we need to start speaking up against this nonsense. If they want to be in their cool club where they hate the prequels all these years later, then they can be in that cool club. But we need to start standing up and letting everyone know the prequels brought in an entire new generation of fans, young Star Wars fans, fans that grew up on it, fans that bought the toys. Unlike the sequel fans, the prequel fans bought the toys. The prequel fans supported everything. The prequel fans watched the Clone Wars. The prequel fans were there. The prequel fans were the ones going to Star Wars Celebration. The prequel fans grew up, and then they started learning more about Star Wars, and then they went back and watched the original trilogy, and then they were like, holy crap, okay, this is amazing. Like, it blew their minds, and that is beautiful. That's a beautiful thing to experience. Right now, we have these sequel people, the people that Disney's targeting, and they're worried about the social justice.
We're worried about the social element of the characters involved. What is the diversity breakdown? How many lines have the men said versus the women?
That's what they're worried about, and that's what Disney wants to worry about. And for all of the prequel haters that have driven me crazy over the years, the one thing they never did was called me a racist or a sexist in an argument. And that's all the sequel trilogy defenders do, is call you a racist or a sexist. And I'm sick of it. But what that mentality is doing and what that behavior is doing is making a lot of Star Wars fans really look back on the prequels now and go, it really wasn't as bad as we made it out to be. And it wasn't. But if you're willing to come over to the prequel side of things now, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to, go back in time and bring up all of the things that you said. We're going to accept you. We're going to accept you into it because the prequels are amazing. And prequel fans, we need to start speaking up against this because I am tired of it. You're tired of it. And the more I talk to people about the prequels, the more I learn that so many people love the prequels. So So many have loved the prequels for all these years, but they were drowned out by these loud voices that had a platform that just wanted to get up and just shit all over the prequels for no reason at all, other than they just couldn't stop whining about it. And I'm starting to realize that the prequels have a mega fan base that needs to be heard from. We need to start speaking up against this narrative. It's going to take each individual prequel fan to just put these people in their place and go, bro, you may not like the Revenge of the Sith, but I do. And I'm mother effing proud of it. And there's not a GD thing you can do about it. Nothing. So why don't you just go ahead? You can have whatever works for you in your little Star Wars world. But the prequels are awesome. The prequels have awesome stories, awesome characters. Sure, there's some execution problems. I'm not going to argue with that. But Revenge of the Sith is a great Star Wars movie. It has great Star Wars moments, some of the greatest Star Wars moments of all time. Now, the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars improve the prequels. I've said many times, you can't use outside media to, make a movie better, and I still stand by that. But with that said, it still doesn't change the fact that the Clone Wars make the prequels better. They just do. And I was always a prequel defender before I saw the Clone Wars. I was a late bloomer to Clone Wars because I did not like the animation at all. I thought the animation was terrible, and I just was like, this is a stupid kids show. I have no desire to watch it. I've only in the last few years watched the Clone Wars, and I love the Clone Wars. And the Clone Wars made me appreciate the prequel era that much more. And it's just the prequel era is my favorite era of Star Wars. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. I love it so much. And I'm so excited to talk to more people that love the prequel era and continue to speak up for the prequel era. And we're tired of it. We're tired of being marginalized by these people that want to create this narrative that the prequels didn't inspire an entire generation of new fans. We need to start speaking up, and we will. We will, because we're sick and tired of it. So let's do it. Prequel fans, speak up. Let the world know we love the prequels. We want to see more prequel love from Disney because they want to continue to ignore the prequels, but they're also ignoring the originals also. So if we can get the prequel fans and the original trilogy fans to start coming together to let Disney know we're tired of your identity politics BS, and we can also start letting everyone know that the prequels have a mega fan base and we will be heard, and we are tired of you ignoring us. We are tired of you acting like we don't exist, because we do. And there are millions of us, and we're sick and tired of being marginalized, acting like we don't exist, and acting like our opinions are just crazy. No, we exist. We love the prequels, and we're about to let you know. And Disney, you better get your shit together, because if we can get the sequel, if we can get the prequel crowd together and the original trilogy crowd to come together to start speaking out against your identity politics, because again, Disney, that's all you care about right now. You're only worried about the identity politics and the social justice of the new Star Wars trilogy. You're not worried about honoring Star Wars. And that's the difference between the sequels and the prequels. The prequels had great stories. The prequels still honored Star Wars. You can complain about the execution if you want. I'm not going to argue with you that much on that. But the fact is, we were never called racist and sexist and misogynistic for having an opinion. Sequel trilogy fans continue to do this to us constantly. We're tired of it. Prequel fans, stand up, be heard, and let everybody know that we love George Lucas. We love the prequels. We even, love Jar Jar, maybe a stretch, but we like Jar Jar. We like Jar Jar. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you later.